This is 1 Peter chapter 4, verse 12. Beloved, think it not strange concerning the fiery trial, which is to try you, as though some strange thing happened unto you. But rejoice inasmuch as ye are partakers of Yahweh's sufferings, that when his glory shall be revealed, ye may be glad also with exceeding joy. Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, all honor, and all glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem Rakakwadash. I want to give double honors to our apostles and the elders of Great Millstone and Ruwell. Peace and blessings and much salutation to you elect Akyam across the four winds of this earth, kicking this word in sincerity and in truth. I'm the brother Sha'ar from the Great Millstone Dallas camp, coming at you all with another lesson through the Spirit. And as you had heard, this is the book of 1 Peter chapter 4, verse 12. Okay. Now the reason why I wanted to go into this, because we're entering, or I should say we've been in a time, but as we all understand, the closer that we get to the day of the Lord, there's going to be things that are going to happen within your lives. Okay. There's going to be more affliction that you're going to have to bear. Okay. Whether it's within bodily form, or whether it comes to you in more of a mental, spiritual form. Okay. There's going to be things that are going to take place within your lives that is going to cause you to be uncomfortable. All right. And more so, this lesson is going to be more so a response to the priest. Okay. To the priest Hanak out there in the Bay Camp. Okay. And I believe his lesson was called Think Happy and Be Happy. And when you go into the lesson that brother did, which was a great lesson, by the way, through the Spirit, definitely a faith enhancer. He did the lesson a few days ago, but he was pretty much touching up on different points, particular points, I should say, going into how, we're afflicted, just like the men of the Lord are supposed to be afflicted, as the scriptures say. And we really count it joy. Okay, because really, when you look at it, we really don't deserve the knowledge that we have. We don't deserve the blessings that Yahweh Bashem Yahushai bestowed upon us. But because his word, all right, and because the promise that he made, he had revealed his word unto particular men to promote and proclaim and distribute his word so that the nation, or I should say the elect, will understand it. And this is a task that's been given to us that's very beautiful, man. So us understanding that this is a task that is beautiful, knowing the things that we have to partake being within this, man, as the scriptures say, but rejoice, in the 13th verse in 1 Peter, the 4th chapter. Okay, now all the time it might not necessarily be easy to rejoice when you're catching hell. And certain brothers got really strong demons attacking them. Okay, again, like I stated earlier, whether it's within the flesh, okay, whether it's in your mind, or whether it's things that's just happening to you to the point where it just seems like nothing good is happening in your life at this moment. All right, these are things that we had signed up for, man. All right, but hey, again, it says, think it not strange concerning the fiery trial, which goes to show you that there's going to be strange things that happen within your life to try you, to see if you're deemed worthy to receive that crown that's been promised unto us, man. Very strange things. You know, certain times it could come into you in the form of strange thoughts that you have. All right, it could come into a form of strange demons that attack you that you haven't experienced since you've been in the truth. All right. Or again, strange things that happen in your life, whether it's your car keeps messing up or your tires keep blowing out or whatever the case is. You know, there's going to be a strange amount of things that's going to take place and happen unto you within your life when you put off evil and when you join righteousness. It's part of it. You know, and the thing about it is you're not by yourself. The thing about it is there's a network of different brothers that's going through the same things that you're going through, and they're fighting the same battles that you're fighting. And that's comforting when you think about it. There's times where you got things that are happening to you in your life and you think that you might just be the only one going through it. Well, that's not the case. All right, we had all signed up for this task. We had all signed up for this, we had all signed up for this thing. So best believe, just as you're going through things, there's brothers that's going through things, there's elders that's going through these things. And that's a comforting notion. That's a comforting thing to know that you're not by yourself as pertaining to this, man. So things like this should really drive us to fight more, to put our gloves up more. Okay, to box more, to race some longer, you know. Just knowing that you ain't doing this by yourself. Okay? Yeah, Yahushua had to bear the ultimate burden at the end of the day. Okay, so these things that we're going through within our lives, different things that happen to us, man, at the end of the day, man, this is just another form of our glory. All right, and knowing that Yahushua went through this, the apostles went through this, the prophets, they went through all of these things. Same things that are happening to you within your life right now that you're going through, just understand that somebody's been through it and they've overcame it. And these are things that we constantly have to focus on while we're here. Okay? The Spirit, through the Spirit, that reminds me of another precept that I want to pull up. I believe it's in 2 Thessalonians chapter 1, verse 6. Let's see here. This is the book of 2 Thessalonians chapter 1, verse 6. It says, seeing it is a righteous thing with the Most High to recompense tribulation to them that trouble you. Okay, and we understand, we see the things that are taking place. All right, look at YouTube right now. All right, you have a so-called Jew that's over YouTube, and you see the things that's taking place. They're taking down brothers' videos. All right, they're being very childish. Certain brothers put up videos, and all they do is post scriptures as their title, and Esau take it down. All right, and they going through your page and going through videos from 5, 6, 7, 8 years ago and suspending your page, doing all these different things, knowing dang well it's petty, knowing dang well the stuff is old. But at the end of the day, it's happening because this is a platform that the Lord allowed us to use, but at the same time, we didn't create it. And the devil that created it is now getting irritated that we're using this to publish truth. All right. So all in all, where I'm getting at is, because I know I read 2 Thessalonians 1 and 6, where it says it's a righteous thing for the Most High to recompense tribulation. These people are going to be recompensed, man. You'll walk around and you see the most wicked out of the wicked men prosper within their lives. All right. Knowing damn well how they feel about you in their mind, what their ancestors had done unto us. Okay, and they're just walking around like it's just God's free will. Hey, the thing is, this is a punishment at the end of the day. These are things that we got to go through, but best believe, according to the scriptures, as it's written right here, they're going to be recompensed. These people that come against you, that lie on you, that demean us, they try to demoralize us, they're going to be recompensed. People like Vocab, spewing nonsense, speaking lies on us, badgering the brothers, they're gonna be recompensed. These people that are over YouTube doing all these things, they're gonna be recompensed. And it's rightfully so. What we have to do, we have to continue to roll with the punches. We have to continue to fight. We have to continue to press forward because we understand that we are soldiers within this battle. We are soldiers. This is a battle. This is a war. These are the conditions of the battle as is written of in the book of 2nd Ezra, the 16th chapter. This is part of it. But verse 7 is the key point. It says, until you who are troubled rest with us, when the Lord Yahushua shall be revealed from heaven with his mighty angels. Now, I made the statement within this lesson earlier, going into how, you might be being attacked in different levels. All right, when I say attacked, talking about demons, okay, because we understand that the longer we're in this truth, the more experiences that we have, there's going to be strange phenomenon that's going to take place within our lives. That's why Peter had written, thinking not strange concerning the fiery trial. And I made the statement earlier going into how you're not going through this by yourself. Like I stated, there's certain times where you got things happening to you and you like, dang, am I a man of the Lord still? Is the Lord still dealing with me right now? There's some crazy things that's happening. But best believe you ain't the only one going through those things. All right. But the Apostle Paul, as he had wrote this letter to the church in Thessalonica, and that he had also had written this letter unto us today in this day, the brethren, the body, okay, you brothers that are preaching, okay, and also to you believers that are out there that do believe that things might be happening to you within your life. This is part of the battle. All right. These are the, stipulations of the battle. But Paul said, seeing it is a righteous thing. Verse 7. He says, and unto you who are troubled, rest with us. So Paul had understood that brothers are troubled. Paul had understood that brothers were catching hell. All right. Because really around this time, you had the brothers being persecuted. All right. The church was being persecuted by different individuals that was coming up against them, man. All right. On top of the different demons that was attacking them. All right. Whether it's in their mind or the flesh or whatever the case was. Okay, but Paul had written this and he had said that to those brothers because he himself was a man that was going through persecution and tribulation, man. All right, just like all the rest of the brothers had went through those things, ancient back then and today right now. He said, "Into you who are troubled, rest with us." Let's go into this word rest here. All right, that word rest in the Greek is anasis. Okay, and that word is loosening or relaxing. It says, spoken of a more tolerable condition in captivity, to be held in less vigorous confinement. Okay, and is this not our captivity? Were we not sent here for captivity? Were we not sent here for punishment because we were the ones that was disobedient to the Heavenly Father? Now, yes, we have been given liberty and we have been given the word, but that doesn't change the fact that we have a job to do. And that doesn't change the fact that as we have this job, as we're traveling to this land that we seek for, there's going to be different obstacles and things that get into your way. Okay? But it's a comforting thing to know that you ain't going through this by yourself, man. That's why he said, rest with us, relax with us. It's a comforting thing to know that you aren't the only one going through these particular things. You ain't the only one that's having these particular things happen to you within your flesh. You ain't the only one that's sick. Okay? You ain't the only one that has demons messing with you in your head. You ain't the only one who has things happening to you at your job or your car or whatever the case is. All right? Now, the reason why I use these examples because these are examples that happen to all of us, and these are examples that I see that brothers go through, including myself. Okay? We all got things going on, and it definitely sucks, man, but it's beautiful to know that we're fighting for something a lot more glorious than what you see in front of you. This BS that you see in front of you, all this tangible stuff that's not going to really benefit you at the end all be all, man. We fighting for something a lot better. You got these people that are out here that'll fight and lose and damn near lose their life for a corruptible crown. Go through hardships, go through tribulation for a corruptible crown. All right, but we do these things for something that isn't seen with the physical eye, but it's seen through faith and belief. An incorruptible crown. All right. And yeah, we fight tooth and nail. We go through things, we catch tribulation. But when we receive that prize, man, oh man, it's going to be unfathomable. But that's the prize that's coming unto us. And to know that you're going through this with a unit of different individuals that's going through the same exact things, it's comforting, man. Hey, it says down here, relief. It's a relief. When you got certain things that happen to you and you confess it to a brother and that brother be like, man, I'm going through that too. You be like, oh shit. Excuse my French. You be like, oh snap, I thought I was the only one going through that. And brother be like, hell nah, bro, I thought I was the only one going through that. Then you joke and you laugh with the brother and then you build. This is the spirit at the end of the day, man. We're all linked. This is all a network, man. We all bear each other's burdens. We all bear each other's griefs. We bear each other's pain, man. But the thing is, we fighting alongside with one another, man. And the Lord's going to bless us at the end of the day. He going to bless us. Best believe he going to bless you, man. You ain't going through these things for no reason. The reason why you're going through these things is because you're so close to the prize. We're so close to the kingdom. That's why all these things are taking place. All we got to continue to do is press forward and move, because we are soldiers in Yahushua at the end of the day. So within us understanding that, think it not strange concerning the fiery trial that is set before you. All right. And also too, hey man, knowing these things are strange, that just goes to show you that you're doing the right thing. You know, talking about, man, my few years within this truth, man, some strange shit that happens. Strange. And I can only imagine for the brothers that have been here longer, that experience it. But the beautiful thing is those that have been here longer have endured longer, and they've seen the strangeness of the strange things that happen unto you. I mean, I'm a babe, so I see certain strange things happen, man. It's like, what the hell? What's next? What's next, man? You know? But that's the thing about it, you know? It just happens like that. I remember when I first came into the truth, like my first year, like my tire kept blowing out on me like every day. And it happened for like 2 weeks straight. Maybe not every day. I might be overstretching it, but it was very frequent. And I'm like, what the hell is happening? I've never went through this before, you know? But it happens. Certain brothers have very strong anxiety, you know? Certain brothers have demons that attack them in their head, and they sleep. They get held down by demons in their sleep. It's just strange things, man. But at the end of the day, it goes to show you that you're doing something right. All right? Now, at the same time, with us knowing that we're being attacked and things are taking place, all right? Because every single last one of us are being attacked in different ways, forms, and fashions. Every last one of us. Hey, it's even written in the book of Second Corinthians chapter 12. Matter of fact, I'll get it and then I'll bring out my point. 2 Corinthians chapter 12, verse 7, it says, "And least I should be exalted above measure, through the abundance of the revelations there was given unto me a thorn in the flesh, the messenger of Satan to buffet me, least I should be exalted above measure." All right? So, like I stated before, every single last one of us are being plagued in some way, form, or fashion. All right? That just shows you that we got to continue to stay fervent within prayer. Okay? And if we need to fast, pull the trigger and make it happen. Okay, because these are the stipulations of the battle. These are the things that we have to deal with being within this. Okay, but again, you ain't fighting by yourself. And yes, you do have a thorn in the flesh. You do have a messenger of Satan that is sent forth, that it has been permitted by the Heavenly Father to buffet you. All right, you ain't gonna lose your integrity if you're the elect, and this is only making you stronger. Hey, King David said, and I believe the book of Psalms, the 68th chapter, he said, "Blessed be the Lord who daily loadeth us with benefits." Okay, so there's even things that happen to you that is kind of hard to perceive as being a benefit at that moment. But after you go through it, and after you overcome, and after you jump over that, you look back at it and you see how much you've grown in the spirit from that situation that had taken place. So at the end of the day, the things that we go through, the different hell that we catch, is really meant to benefit us at the end of the day. It's really meant for us to grow at the end of the day. All right? Made for us to be stronger. Okay? And I made the statement earlier, you know, you got YouTube that's cutting certain brothers' pages off, and certain brothers could be discouraged to a fashion. You know, this is a page that you've made, that you've worked hard for. You've probably had it for a certain amount of time, and it could be somewhat discouraging. But at the end of the day, that doesn't stop the fact that we still got to build. What's taking place right now, as pertaining to YouTube and what's going on, it reminds me of what was taking place around the time of the Second Temple. All right, you got a dispensation of time where we had to build the Second Temple, and there was different hindrances that had got out the way. All right, as soon as we had received the green light to go back to Jerusalem and build the wastes. All right, Jake had got to building their houses, and they had they didn't start building the temple because they believed that they wasn't supposed to build it at that time because those 17 years weren't up yet. I'm sorry, not 17, Salakia. Those 70 years weren't up yet. So they started building their own homes, and they let the ruins of the temple just sit there. And the Lord spoke to Haggai, and he pretty much said, "Why are you going to go to your own sealed houses? Don't you see that this temple is laid waste?" All right. And after Jake had received that, and they had, after that period of time, went to rebuild the temple, they looked at it, and the elders of the city had wept. You know, they had wept because it wasn't of them weeping for happiness, but they looked at the old, they recognized, or they remembered the former temple in its former glory, and they looked at the second temple, and they was like, this ain't near at its former glory. And they thought back at how hard they had worked for that second temple, the different people that had got in the way of stopping them from building. All right, and they looked at the finished product, and they was like, what the hell? Now, when I was reading that and studying that, it makes me think of it right now. We're building. The kingdom of heaven isn't here yet. We're still building. Now you got Esau cutting these pages off. Hey, man, that doesn't change the fact that we still got to continue to build, man, because this is the third temple that we represent. And we got to keep on going, man. You know? We got to keep going. That message Haggai told them to stop being so discouraged, stop being so downtrodden and butthurt about the things that was happening within their lives. And he told them they need to go in and build. Keep going, you know? And when I read that, it made me think about the things that are taking place right now through the Spirit. Okay, you got these heathen that are coming up against us, scoffing left and right, being demons. You got people cutting off your YouTube pages just because you might have said something which really wasn't even a curse word. All right, or wasn't even racist. But because they don't want you to have this platform no more, because all this truth is coming out, they're gonna close it off, man. But that doesn't change the fact that we still need to build whatever avenues that's been given unto us. We still got to make it happen, because this is at the end of the day, this is again, like I stated earlier, these are the stimulations of the battle. You got to keep going, man. And Salaki, if it sound like I was all over the place, but at the end of the day, the main point of this lesson is going into how, yes, things are going to happen to you within your life. Yes, things are happening to you in your life in different ways, forms, and fashions. But that doesn't change the fact that you still have a job to do and you still have to build. Okay? If we are of the house of David, you remember those men that was in that cave with David. All right? You remember when you read it in the book of Samuel, it said that they were in debt. They were heavy laden with different burdens. They was through. At the end of the day, man, that's us. But we have the victory. We have the win. All we have to do is keep building, man. Keep going. Keep it moving. That's all we can do. Keep moving, watch, pray, and fast. And keep going. Because our time to shine is coming soon, man. We're going to shine soon. And it's going to be glorious. I'm going to end it off on that, though. Lord willing, this lesson is edifying. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakodash. I want to give double honors to our apostles and our elders of Great Millstone that rule well. Peace and blessings and much salutation to you elect Akim across the four winds of this earth, kicking this word in sincerity and in truth. Shalom.